pigs again.
They're looking for me and the others. Vito, you'll have to drive me. Is my case ready?
Yes.
But without proof, they can't do a thing.
That's right. But they think they have enough to issue a summons.
It's still a risk for you.
Don Antonino knows what he's doing.
Don Antonino? They'll arrest him as well?
And Don Carmelo Nicosia and Fernando Zucchero.
I could take you somewhere up country where no one will find you.
No hiding out this time. It wouldn't work. Now, don't worry, my dear. Everything will be all right. Don't ever underestimate the Carabinieri, Vito. They force us to be cleverer than they are. One day, we'll build a monument to them because without that yardstick, we wouldn't be what we are.
I don't think it's going to be. When did you say it's supposed to?
The accounts to another bank.
The presidents of both those banks owe me favors. You understand? Don't give them any commission. Don Antonino, this is...
your brother's boy, Vito. Don't hide behind the door like that, Vito. Come on in. Give him some coffee. So you're the Vito who at 15 got taken by our friends, the Amantillas. And they spent that whole night trying to persuade you to spill your guts, to squeal on your uncle, right?
But he wouldn't tell them a damn thing.
He couldn't have told them anything. He didn't know a damn thing about you. But the Amantillas were convinced that he knew something important, and they really worked him over. He could have told them he didn't know anything, but he let them think he did. He preferred to die rather than open his mouth. Surprising to find a boy that age with such loyalty. Someday we must talk about the Amantillas, Vito, all right?
Whenever you would like, Don Antonino.
You'll have to be patient for a few months more, Vito. By the way, that reminds me. It must be at least 20 years since I did a stretch. That's pushing it a bit, you know.
It could damage the image, yeah. But things aren't quite as they were. You'll find everything civilized and clean.
You even get your own television.
Whoever brought in all those changes was very astute. They make a prisoner soft. Going to jail should be a test of endurance. A life of suffering and hardship that teaches you patience and builds a man's tolerance to pain and teaches him not to be afraid of isolation. It's a part of our education, a necessary part. What's the matter with Lieutenant Ariani? He's keeping us waiting.
Cold feet is my guess.
Fools rush in and all that. I'd say the lieutenant's an angel.
Do me a favor, will you, Vito? Tell the lieutenant we're waiting for him here.
There's one thing I'm afraid I cannot do, sir. I will not help him rob you of your freedom.
Just because you go and break a leg falling doesn't mean you're dead, you know. So don't be afraid of falling or breaking your leg. Very often these charges brought against us are useful, advantageous. If they want to bring us to trial, we go. Happy to, because you see, the prosecution witness is one of us.
Can I help you in any way, Don Antonino?
When I come back, there are many things you'll be able to help me with. But for now, go to the Carabinieri. Go on.
I can't believe it's as straightforward as it appears.
We've got a perfectly good, solid charge to bring against Stella, and a reliable prosecution witness in court.
A witness chosen, tutored, and paid for by Stella. You know what'll happen at the trial? When the prosecution rests its case, the defense will prove that our man lied. He'll get 1 or 2 years for perjury, but he'll get paid a fortune for having done it. In the meanwhile, Don Antonino and the others, having made us look like idiots, will be set free. And as nobody can be tried more than once on the same charges, the evidence we have will be completely useless.
Yes, but isn't it worth at least trying?
Better to wait for more evidence, the proof we need to put them and leave them behind bars.
I know what you mean, Lieutenant, and you're probably right. But a charge has been made and we can't ignore it. We must just do the best we can with it.
All right, come in.
Lieutenant, there's a guy here who says he was sent by Antonino Stella.
Show him in.
Good afternoon. Waste nut? What nut? Don Antonino asked me to give you this message, that he and the others are waiting at the house, packed, ready, and entirely at the Carabinieri's disposal.
Just how the blazes did he know that the police had issued arrest warrants on him and the others?
That you should ask him. But don't keep him waiting too much longer. He's been there all day.
Tell Don Antonino he will only have to wait 10 minutes longer.
See you later, then.
Hell, when they pull that...
Slow down. We're going to arrest them, Lieutenant. And more than that, we're going to put them on trial. And they'll go to jail. I'll take a bet on that. And that's always better than nothing, Lieutenant. However small the sentence. Because it's easy to get put in jail. Getting out's another question.
Don Antonino, they're coming now.
If there's anything I can do for you while you're away, tell me.
There are moments for action and moments for waiting, Vito. You understand, don't you, Petrella? There's a right time for everything.
But I can't just sit here and wait.
All right.
You're a passionate man, Vito. Stay that way until I return. For now, though, it is best to leave things as they are. How old are you?
22.
At your age, I was already married. It's important to have a family, Vito. It relaxes you. A good wife means less distractions. Others let women ruin their lives and work. But not us. Our families enhance our work, so I advise you to marry, and marry as soon as you can. A moral girl who'll help you advance. And it's better if she's poor, Vito.
The important thing is that the trial will be held away from their native Sicily, and thus separated from their props of blackmail and intimidation. They'll find it difficult this time to escape the bonds of justice. A long career of murder and extortion.
Whoever wrote that libelous crap didn't have the guts to put his name on it. Which is a pity, because I'd like to send him a get-well card.
But are you sure they'll acquit Don Antonino?
Or any of them. Yeah, perhaps, no. What the hell's the matter with you, Mug? Sure, I'm sure. The minute he left the place, everybody turned chicken.
Vito, let's go and see Clelia.
She doesn't do anything for free. What are you going to pay her with, huh? I've only got 1,000 lira.
That won't even get you unzipped.
Hey.
Thanks, Vito.
How much is it?
10,000. Good for 2 throws.
You get the watch, Pio.
How is it that every time I come by here, you're always working?
Because you always come by here during working hours.
Do you support your family?
I try to help them a little.
Do you live around here?
Over there in one of those houses they gave to victims of the quake.
A friend of mine's getting married in a month or so. She'll need a proper trousseau, and I'd like you to do it. I'll talk to your parents about it.
Who's that? Who is he? Who is he?
It's no concern of yours, dear brother.
This afternoon, a guy in a car stopped and talked to Francesca. Go on, tell us. Who is he?
Vito Uvara. You mean Don Primo Uvara's nephew?
Young, idle, rich. I suppose he got fresh with you, huh?
Oh, no. He acted very correctly.
Don't be a fool, Francesca. We're a poor family, and those rich boys mean trouble, and I don't want trouble.
Ah, they're all after her now, wanting to marry her.
Marry me.
Quellia said 10,000 was only enough for 2 of us.
Hey, is Vito with you guys?
No, he'll come another day. You should only take Costanzo and me. He didn't want little Pete.
Screw off, will you?
What's the word on that girl from Santa Ninfa? The one who does the embroidery. Francesca Cimarosa.
No word as far as I know.
Pio lived opposite her before the earthquake.
Yeah, from my window I could see into hers, but she's just a kid.
Not anymore. Why, you like her?
Kind of.
I think you'll find she's engaged.
Who to?
To a cousin who lives in Palermo. Comes to visit every Sunday. His name's Bernardo Cantatori. And I wouldn't swear they're engaged, but he gets there on the noon train and eats lunch with the family. The Cimarosas, that is. Then in the afternoon, he takes the whole family to the cafe, and she orders an ice cream and eats it real slowly, like it's the last one she'll ever get. That girl's got to have a lech for ice cream.
It's obvious that the poor man is blind. You get more sympathy if you carried a white cane with you.
Hey, we got a smartass out here.
And you forgot your dark glasses and tin can. So maybe you're not blind, but then why do you stare at people like that if you're not blind? All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say you're blind. Here. A little something to help you in your misery. No groveling thanks of appreciation?
I think I'll go home.
Go with her, my dear, and take Paolo. Bernardo, come on, let's go. Bernardo, you young crazy fool, don't you know who that is?
You are not to come back here anymore. Stay in Palermo. The ice cream is better there.
I don't take orders, wise guy.
I'll meet the Palermo train next Sunday. Should you decide to come, then the risk will be yours.
Are you trying to frighten me?
My name's Vito Uvara. If you want to go to the police and press charges.
I'll manage all right alone.
Think so?
Well, I didn't think it'd be. All I meant to say was... I mean, you were staring at my fiancée and...
You're wrong. She's not your fiancée. Nobody from Palermo will marry Francesca Cimarosa. Keep away from her.
I don't understand.
You don't have to, Bernardo. Just forget about her, that's all. And enjoy living. enjoy living.
They must be very rich. Here, hold this.
Well, who are they?
They brought the trousseau.
Oh, come in, come in.
Francesca, my daughter worked long hours to embroider these for Mr. Uvara.
Ah, it's beautiful. I haven't seen embroidery like this for years. How many pieces are there?
8 pillowcases and 4 sheets.
Morning to you. What beautiful looking work. How could anyone ever be content with a shop-bought trousseau when they could have this, the result of a work of passion? It shows in the flowers, the stars, in every thread. This work is a result of a feeling, a basic desire. It's a work of the heart, a labor of love.
I must agree with you.
It should please your friend.
The fact is, I don't have a friend who's going to get married, as far as I know. But don't worry. I intend to keep my bargain. I'll just keep it as a present for somebody. Stay a while, please. I think maybe we should have some coffee. Would you like to have a look at the garden? Fine. Let's go for a walk.
Please sit down. I'll get the coffee.
Your cousin doesn't come here anymore. Don't you miss him? Do you love Bernardo?
As I would a cousin. He tells me everything that's going on in Palermo and buys me my favorite ice cream, which is what I wait all week for. That means more to me than he does.
You know what I think, Mrs. Cimarosa? Francesca embroidered the trousseau so beautifully. I feel she should have a present. It's yours.
Hi, Francesca.
Hi, Gina.
When's the great day? See you.
Stupid bitch. If that's an example of your friends, God help us. And what business is it of hers when you're getting married? She'll be informed soon enough.
Well, she's a friend, and I like her.
You got funny taste.
What happened between you and my cousin?
Not a thing. Why?
You shouldn't have threatened him.
Why not?
It was none of your business.
What does that mean?
I should have decided.
To take him or me?
Were you really so lacking in confidence that the one other man had to go?
Confidence is what got rid of him, I'd say.
How?
Well, the fact that since we talked, he hasn't returned.
Are you in love with me, then? Is that what I'm to understand?
I asked you to marry me, didn't I?
He's taking her back to the house.
Hi, Francesca.
Ciao, Francesca. Ciao. Ciao. Is no one in today?
No one. Are you frightened?
Of what?
Of what I might ask.
You'll have to do the asking first, before I can tell you if I'm frightened or not.
Let's say that you do get frightened. What then?
We'll know when you ask me the question. Ask me anything you want. I don't think anything you would ask would frighten me.
It's blown right out of our faces. The whole thing has turned as sour as a sunburned bottle of milk. And something's got to be. I'm sorry about that. I just can't imagine how this happened, but I'm afraid we've got real problems. They've come up with another prosecution witness against Don Antonino. Everyone's gone mad. I just don't understand anymore what's happening in the city. And here I've got to make a decision that'll save us, and do it alone.
You're not alone. I'm here.
A few people in town spread the rumor that Don Antonino's finished.
Who started the rumor?
Pietro Colosimo.
Didn't Don Antonino save his life a long time ago?
That's our boy.
A miserable, double-crossing bastard.
He made a bargain with the Carabinieri to be their new prosecution witness.
What can he tell them?
They'll plaster Don Antonino to the wall if he tells them about that deal in France.
Why is Colosimo taking this risk?
Evidently, he doesn't think that the risk is worth worrying about.
The Amantia brothers.
Colosimo with his new bosses. We must do something. It must be done now. If Don Antonino doesn't come back, the Amantias will get it all.
You needn't worry about that.
That's fine to say. Don't worry about it. But you fully understand what will happen if Colosimo gets into the courtroom? He'll ruin us.
When does he testify, do you know?
Yeah, he's been called for Friday.
Don't worry about a thing. Go on back to the office and let me take care of this. I'll take you home, Francesca.
And this is not the only example. A gross inefficiency that allowed certain people to spend 100 million lira and expect us to believe that it all went into this miserable shanty town. The price of this land was so high, they say, and building materials so expensive, and the cost of trucking them outrageous. Acceptable excuses in these days of high cost of living, until we found out who owned the land. The building company.
Francesca, this is no place for you. I want you to go back home.
The best part of
I'll see you later.
100 million lira into their own pockets. Money allocated for the relief of the earthquake victims. You! This can't be allowed to happen again.
Poi domani.
We have learned the value of solidarity, of unity, and we must now be prepared to fight for what is rightfully ours. I intend to charge the council with misappropriation of city funds, and I shall need your help and backing. I can't do it alone, but together we can win. We will get our money, and we will rebuild this town.
How you been, Poi domani?
Poi domani. How have I been? Just exactly like my name.
And the family?
We had another son a week ago. That's one a year for 12 years. If I go on with this breeding thing, I'll have to start begging.
When Don Antonino returns, he'll help you.
Poi domani. Tomorrow, as usual.
Quit your complaining. I said we'll help you. Something will turn up. We'll find a job for you. We'll get you well, okay? We must find you a place to live, a decent house. But we must get Don Antonino home. And there's someone trying to stop us doing that. One man.
I don't want to know about anything. You'll have to find another guy.
You won't help Don Antonino?
Oh, my health isn't good these days.
Your health has nothing whatsoever to do with it.
I don't want to go to jail and sit and rot there for years.
Think about it for a minute. Just think about all the trouble we've kept you out of.
Yeah, you're right, but the point is, well, I've been lucky for years. Luck doesn't last forever, Don Vito.
Yes, you've always been lucky. For example, you've got a house when by rights you shouldn't have got it.
But the earthquake knocked mine down.
Right. But there are others who are still waiting, and they were on the list before you. Should somebody check, you'd be right back on the street. Without your friends, you'd be dead.
Who is it?
What does Vito Yavara want?
He wants to see you, Lieutenant.
He can wait his turn.
Why'd you put so much sugar in the coffee?
You got the usual teaspoon, that's all.
Let me put it in, not you. Suppose I don't want any damn sugar.
All right, just wait a minute. I'll make you another.
No, thanks.
Let go of me!
Rosa. Rosa.
My God.
Rosa. My...
Francesca, please. Let's go.
Vito Yavara. He's been killed.
Who?
Colosimo.
Must have been the shots I heard a little while back. Who did it?
Not you. You were here.
I want permission to go and visit my uncle in jail.
You know quite well you get that from the magistrate.
I didn't know.
You did because I told you once before. But then I suppose you forgot.
Sorry to disturb you.
Somebody apparently saw the killer running away, Yuvaro. I've put an all-points call-out. If we ever manage to find him, I'll be seeing you.
She was there. She saw
Shut
everything.
up, Pio. You've got a big mouth.
You should change your dress. It's dirty.
Yeah, she was kneeling there, and his blood got all over.
Shut your goddamn mouth, Pio!
Don't, Vito! Stop it! Pio was there next to me!
So do you have to talk about it forever? What happened, happened.
You weren't there. You can't
Francesca,
possibly understand.
come back home, Francesca. Don't get upset again. Let's go.
Come on.
I want you back home early today, Francesca.
You know what I've been thinking? That I'm going to leave you.
Why?
I don't know if you're the right woman for me.
I think I am.
That if I say I'm going to leave you, you should get very angry.
But what did I do wrong?
Nothing very serious. I'm much more worried about the seemingly unimportant things. A prime example was the way you reacted when Pio and I had that little disagreement.
How do you mean, Vito?
You embarrassed me in front of others. That's what I don't like.
But I was frightened then. I don't like violence. And you frighten me when you get mad. And I just watched a man die. People get violent. A man gets murdered. It's all wrong. All wrong. Violence only breeds more violence.
Did you know the man who was shot?
No. But that doesn't change a thing. It could have been you or me.
I'm going to put a room for your parents over here.
Oh, Vito.
My wife's parents shouldn't live in a barracks. Over here, I'll have a wall built. The section off the bathroom.
And just a minute ago, I was beginning to wonder if you were the right man for me.
Oh, yeah?
I wanted to leave you then.
Oh, you did you? You wanted to leave me. Wanted to leave me. Not that one, the other. There's a hole in it.
I haven't got any others.
You would leave me, and that's your only pair of shoes. Hmm? It doesn't matter. I can buy you a new pair.
Don't hurt me like that, Vito.
Well, just who do you think you are?
A girl for you to laugh at and pity? No.
Oh, God, this is enough to make me throw at my breakfast. If you don't want a new pair of shoes, just say so.
Vito, let's get moving or we'll be late.
Come on, let's go.
Weren't we supposed to have lunch alone?
Yes, but I invited some of my friends because I want you to meet them.
Well, I'm sorry you did.
Why?
You didn't ask me if I wanted.
Listen, we're both hungry, so let's go and eat something.
You steal it?
Pay cash for it. Don't you know I own a company that deals in trucking and highway construction?
How would the Amantillas think about that?
There's room enough for two of us, but if there weren't, the one left would be Vito Uvada. Francesca!
I'm going home.
Francesca, come back here. I want to talk to your daughter. And I mean alone. Listen. Don't you ever pull a stunt like that on me again. Never again, you understand? Especially in front of others.
But Vito...
I'm talking. You realize if they're snickering at me now, they'll die laughing after we're married.
Vito, I did...
Don't say anything. Nothing. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say I was sorry.
Sorry. Not a good that does. We'd better think things over.
You could be right. We'd better think things over. You haven't been very nice. And I've been thinking...
Thinking? You've been thinking? You make me crazy with your damn thinking. Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that? Quit it! Quit it, you hear?
You must have a reason for marrying me. What is it?
And you? You want to marry me just to say no and I say yes?
I get the impression you want to, just because you decided to. Not because you love me.
In the morning at 10, I'll see you at the city hall for the license. Does that satisfy you?
But there's no point in us getting married if we argue like this. There's no point in...
How is the daughter of two poor, ignorant farmers so arrogant she has to think about marrying me? Tomorrow morning at the city hall at 10. And when I say a thing like that, I keep my word.
Gentlemen, your license is ready.
It's 11 o'clock and they're not here, Vito.
Ah, that's Federico.
gone to work. They've gone to their fields to work.
All of them?
All of them.
And you go on back home and get lunch ready. We're gonna celebrate. All right, take her back home. Well, I'm lucky I got a reprieve after all. What are you looking at?
Nothing, nothing.
Yes, you are. Now, what were you looking at? I asked you a question. Answer me or I'll take your head off.
Don't make a scene here. Come on.
Hey, let's go see clearly.
Yeah, come on, let's go. That was a damn good idea.
Thanks, Clelia. That sure took a load off my mind.
You're welcome, as long as I get paid.
Don't you always? The lady is waiting.
Would you like another coffee, Vito? Then a drink?
Nothing, thanks.
He doesn't want anything. He doesn't want anything, you understand? Not you, coffee or drink.
Listen, I don't want you to come here anymore.
Well, that's fine with me. If I come here, it's only to keep them company, not to go to bed with you. Too many have already been there for my liking. Even the Armentillas. And that guy with one arm missing, I'll bet.
Have you ever looked in a mirror, frog face, and I'll bet your teeth are filthy.
The hell they are. I brushed them last year.
Stop fooling around.
Yeah, but you heard what she said.
Just shut up.
You mean you don't want me to talk?
Right.
Please you, huh?
Right.
Whenever you're in a bad mood, you take it out on me.
You wouldn't have a clue what mood I'm in.
I'm not intelligent enough, is that it?
Something that we agree on.
That's that bitch Francesca.
What did you call Francesca?
But I didn't
I'll break your neck, Pio, if you don't answer me.
Take it easy.
But listen,
Come
Vito.
on. I heard it. He didn't say Francesca. He was just mumbling something. That's right, but he did say Francesca.
Come on now, get rid of your friends so we can be alone, huh?
If I wanted to be alone with you, I'd be alone with you, all right? Let's go. I want some fresh air.
Wait for me, I won't be a minute.
Is that right? She jilted him, Pio?
You could put it like that, I suppose.
Hey, look, Vito. There's Francesca.
Francesca? Who's that?
So that's her.
Why don't you give Pio a little Clelia?
What?
We'll put a paper bag over his head. You won't even know him.
Not even if he were the last man on earth. I just couldn't do
The
it.
Armentillas are really putting some money into this one.
We're being followed. Those are Armentillas' men. Christ's sake, step on it, can't you? Give me the gun.
No, no, Vito, don't use a gun.
Clelia, shut up. Keep the gun hidden, below the window.
The Armentillas sent me along to invite you to lunch.
What the hell? Are we dealing with punk kids now?
Better reform your thinking, Tripod. Good morning, Vito Uvara.
Just what are you up to?
Don't be so suspicious. It's simply an invitation to lunch.
I hope it's good.
Buon appetito.
Well now, Vito, shall we let bygones be bygones?
That ring you're wearing, Pasquale, it's the same one, isn't it? That ring has given me a bad dream that's recurred every night the past 5 years. I really hurt bad for a month after that.
I've still got a scar here and one here.
We're willing to forget about these things, so why can't you?
You haven't got a damn thing to forget.
We just lost a good friend.
Losing a friend happens to everybody.
Now murdered in the street.
Ah, you mean, your friend Colosimo, right?
Colosimo?
Huh.
I don't know who you're talking about. Is Poidomani still working for you?
Poidomani? Don't know who you're talking about.
All right, Vito. How about us getting together? There'll be some big contracts up soon from the government. You become our associate, we'll have a monopoly.
And Don Antonino. I suppose you're just gonna forget him.
Don Antonino's finished. He's gonna go to jail. Eventually, maybe he'll get out. But when he does, he'll be a very old man.
If I was to tell you he's already out, you'd be shitting your pants. Him finished. Say that to him when he's out. And you'd better tell that miserable lying son of a bitch who's testifying against him to stay away from me or I'll fix the bastard.
You're a young man, Vito, and we're offering you great possibilities. What's your answer? Do you accept or not?
Yes, I do. And I'm only gonna make one condition. That is that Pasquale must let me tie him to a chair and beat the shit out of him for one night like he did to me.
Pity that, Vito.
Come on, lads. How about a toast to Vito's fiancée? He must have broken it already. My mistake.
You got the wrong girl, that's all. It's the one who lives in the barracks.
Lives in the barracks. You gonna marry a peasant, Vito?
No, he's not gonna marry her. She changed her mind.
Jilted, were you? By a peasant girl.
I'm so sorry.
We're not here to discuss marriage.
He's right. He can marry whoever he wants.
I think I'd better be going.
See you again sometime, Vito.
You can bet on it. So that was their reason, to make a fool of me. They just wanted to embarrass me in front of others.
No, they didn't think you'd spin their eye like that, that's all.
But they're right, I was jilted. By a damn peasant girl.
Paolo? What did he want?
He wanted to know if Father was home.
Oh.
If you don't want to get hurt, stay off the street!
Where are you taking me?
Calm down.
What are you going to do? Kill me?
Don't worry. I'm not going to hurt you.
You already have.
Stop crying, can't you?
Who's crying, you dirty crook?
I wasn't talking to you.
That's all I want is to love you, have you, hold you. That's all I want is to have you.
Shut up, for God's sake!
I've prepared everything just like the man said I should. Oh, who's the boy? What's he doing here?
He won't be here long, don't worry. Right, come on.
Francesca, what's he going to do to you? Nothing. He just wants to talk to me, that's all.
Well, here you are. You've been given the best room in the house. It even has its own basin.
Francesca, they're bars.
Not bad. What's eating you? Why the face of gloom? Don't worry, dear. You'll like it, betcha.
Leave me alone. Get out.
Who the hell brought you along?
Costanzo, when he made the arrangements today.
Get out of here. I'll talk to Costanza about it later. I didn't mean for her to be here.
I'd rather be with her than you. You might at least let Paolo go home.
No, I'll stay here.
You've got to go, Paolo. You must tell Mom and Dad that I'm fine, that there's nothing the matter. You tell them they're not to worry.
No.
Look, I'll be all right, Paolo. Vito loves me, you know that. We had an argument, that's all. But now we're going to make up. Paolo! You will tell them there's nothing to worry about, won't you?
Or should be in brothels. How'd you bring her?
I'm sorry,
Take them both home.
I'll make you pay for this one day. I'll make you pay.
Here.
No.
I'm not gonna hurt you. In fact, I might just send you home. Everybody'd still be convinced we'd done it.
What I think and feel is what's important.
And if I decide not to marry you afterwards?
Doesn't matter, Vito.
But if I don't marry you, how you make out?
I'll just stay single.
When the bloody hell are you gonna learn to keep your mouth shut, huh? When, damn it?
When I'm dead!
You smart mouth. Proud bitch. Get on your knees. Alone, all right? Kneel down.
Like this! Like this, you smart mouth proud bitch! Like this!
Get on your knees, Francesca. And you may go straight home.
I don't hear a thing. She hasn't made a sound.
Well, so what? It's not in the rules.
Hey, Maro, you fancy that girl?
Yeah.
Not me. She's not my type.
She's mine, all right. And I wish I was in Vito's shoes.
Give me a cigarette.
Bloody shame he went and got rid of Clelia.
Yeah, he's all right, but what about us?
Fancy her, don't you? Beautiful girl.
Sure is. Sure wish I got to have a turn once in a while.
Francesca, there's water in the basin for you. What are you doing there? Get out.
Oh, shit.
Paolo, are you all right?
He's fine, don't worry. And so is Francesca. She's a very happy and very fortunate girl.
Fortunate?
So long, kid. Sure, she's going up in the world. She's
Is
gonna marry a
Francesca
very
happy?
important man.
Where did they take her?
I don't know. They blindfolded me.
Donna, what are we going to do?
Nothing. The poor never can do anything.
I'm gonna take you back home now. You're gonna be my wife. Forever. Because of what happened between us, I know you think you don't love me. But you do really, Francesca.
Let me go outside. Let me go outside for air. I feel I can't breathe in here.
Look, I bought you some new clothes. You can't go to our engagement party dressed in those rags. If you like, we can get married tomorrow, all right? I shouldn't be doing this. I must be crazy. But I decided to. And your father goes along with it.
My father?
Mm-hmm. So everything's all right.
A field would have been fine for us, and much less expensive.
Let's go.
Congratulations, Francesca.
Was I really this close to home?
The Holy Virgin bless you, my child.
Vito, Francesca, I have a surprise for you. A present from Don Antonino. I told him about your engagement the last time I went to see him in prison. It's one of his family heirlooms.
Put it on. Put it on.
Good night, everyone.
Tano Cimarosa. Don't forget that my name is Vito Uvada. Drink up, to a prosperous future.
But did you really think that I wanted it like this? That I'd agreed to it?
Of course. That's what those bastards made us think.
That's what they told us, Francesca.
Francesca.
Paolo. You see? I'm back and I'm all right. Nothing happened.
I'll still make him pay for it one day.
I know. Now, you go back to sleep. Mama, what can I do to Vito?
What do you want to do, Francesca?
I don't really know. Something that will break his arrogance, his pride. Why me? That's what I want to know. Why?
Because, unfortunately, you have a father who's afraid. The sort of man who doesn't retaliate. But I'll tell you this, Francesca. If you don't want to, don't marry him.
Have you nothing else to say?
Well, what else can I say?
You mean just not marry him?
That'll destroy his arrogance. It'll work. He'll get so upset he'll do anything he possibly can to completely ruin us.
We'll go to the police then.
For what?
Where are you going?
Outside.
What for?
A walk.
This is for your cousin Maria. And this one's for your cousin Adelaide. That's 200 lira.
I don't have it. I'll bring it tomorrow.
Tomorrow? What do you want, then?
The same thing that happened to you as a girl has happened to me. What should I do? Should I marry him?
How should I know?
But you married yours.
What else could I have done?
Are you happy you did?
I had a family. But now, all 4 of my sons are dead and buried.
But what about your marriage? Did you love your husband?
I was only happy during the day. When he returned at night, he wanted to go to bed, that's all. And I'd cry until he left the next morning. It was bad before the children came. Having the boys around helped a lot. You get used to it.
Hey, there's Francesca.
She looks lively today.
She's been freed from the chains of virginity. Good morning, most beautiful bride-to-be in the world.
Good morning.
Where are you going in such a hurry?
To the Carbonetti.
Carbonetti? Drive, man, drive!
Hi, Francesca. When'd you get back? How are you?
Where are you going? To the police. I'll see you later.
What did she say? Wow. She said she was going to the police.
She won't go through with it.
You hope.
I said she won't. If you don't stop this business now, God help you.
If you try to stop me from doing it, God help you.
Lieutenant, this might be the end of Uvara.
You found Poidomani, alive and well?
No, Lieutenant. This is another case.
All right. You want him punished because he raped you and then decided he didn't want to marry you.
No, it's me, Lieutenant, who doesn't want to get married.
Then what do you want?
To see him in jail.
Her young brother was with her. Shall I bring him in?
I know exactly what line this is going to take. First there'll be screaming, tears, desperate accusations. But then, after a couple of days, you'll make up and it'll all finish with the 2 of you standing at the altar. And we are extremely busy. Come here. Don't waste our time, huh? Bring the boy in, Sergeant. On the 18th of this month, with the aid of several accomplices, some of them identified and some of them unidentified, Vito Uvara kidnapped and sequestered the plaintiff for purposes of sexual assault. During these events, the kidnappers, who bore arms, fired them with the purpose of intimidating bystanders. Did anyone aim his gun at anyone?
I don't know. We weren't there. We were out working in the fields.
I know you weren't there. But didn't you ask anyone about it when you came back?
No, I didn't.
But why not?
We weren't there.
You mean somebody kidnaps your daughter and...
I told you we weren't there. We don't know if she was kidnapped or guns were fired. We weren't there to see.
You were there, though. Why don't you start? That way, it might give your mother and father some courage. Would you like an orange drink? We want to punish the man who pushed your sister around, you know? If you don't help, what kind of man are you?
The witnesses are here, Lieutenant.
You saw what happened.
Me?
Oh, my God. Listen, Vito Uvara's a nobody in this town, and he can't do a damn thing to you. So tell me, did you see the girl forced into a car or not?
Well, she got into somebody's car.
Ah, she got in, huh? With no one pushing her.
Well, that's right.
You're a bad liar. I suppose you didn't hear the firing.
Oh,
I could hold you both on charges of complicity.
Hold us. For giving a couple of young lovers a room for the night.
Oh, will you swear the girl consented to the whole thing, then?
Sure, you know how it is with these young ones. They can't wait, Lieutenant. They like to push things.
All right, let him sign and get him out. Paolo, the only witness who can help us is you. Don't speak up, Paolo. Did Francesca agree to go with Vito? Huh? So your sister has been lying, huh?
Listen, the boy's already told you everything he knows, so leave him alone.
All right, sign her statement for her.
That isn't our responsibility.
She can't sign alone. She's a minor.
They're scared to death. They won't sign, Lieutenant. You may as well let them go.
Are you going to give up?
No, we'll find a way somehow.
Show them out.
You're not going to give up, are you, Lieutenant?
I can't do very much with the signature of a minor, but I'll do everything I can.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
And you were the one who said this might be the end of Vito Uvara.
It wasn't that I was afraid.
Why did you lie then?
I didn't want to dirty my hands with the police. And anyway, when I'm big, I'll kill Vito.
And go to jail for the rest of your life?
He'll be dead. I don't care.
Rubbish. And besides, I prefer to see him rotting away his life behind a set of bars.
I don't want to talk to you anymore, stool pigeon.
Of course, we could have done without this. We've got enough trouble as it is. But as that brother of hers didn't support the charge, there's very little they can do.
And her parents?
They refused to sign, and they have to because Francesca's a minor. But her brother was the dangerous witness. It was a good thing you sent him home right away.
She charged us as well, you know.
I know, but don't worry about it. She'll give up soon. She's just a hothead, that's all.
Bloody sick, I'd say.
You're right about that. I remember when she was a kid, when she used to feed the chickens, she'd talk to
Theo,
them.
you're an idiot.
But she did.
All normal kids talk to animals. And some animals talk to adults. Listen, I don't want Don Antonino to hear about this.
Vito, a cop out there says your car is in a no parking zone.
Tell him I park my car where I like.
But Don Antonino should know everything that happens.
He won't know if you don't tell him. So why give him the idea we can't handle things like this?
It doesn't matter if he finds out about it. The main thing is that you must not worry.
No, you're wrong. I've got to worry. Just suppose she convinces her brother and her parents to testify against me later. Don't ask me not to worry. I'll worry just like you.
Hey, Dad, the goat's dead. Somebody's cut its throat.
What are you doing here? Did you come to watch us crying?
I've brought along a wedding veil for your daughter. What is more beautiful than young love ripening? And all sweet fruit suffers the occasional bursting of skin while reaching maturity. Come on, let's put all these bad words and feelings behind us. We must get ready for the wedding.
Someone just killed my goat. How about that?
Ah, you've made a lot of enemies. Your daughter's attitude isn't very popular, and I mean, what can you possibly gain with everyone against you? I'm real sorry to hear about your pet goat.
Is that Vito in the car? Are you frightened to join us?
If you got something to say, say it to the lawyer.
To imagine that my pulse used to race at the thought of you being near. At the sound of your voice. Give me some money. To pay my father for the goat you had murdered.
What are you talking about? I'm not gonna pay you a cent.
You're trying to frighten me, aren't you? But you are frightened of me.
You're crazy. Me frightened of you? Frightened of a peasant girl?
And you. The great Vito Yavara who fears nothing. I'd say a man's a coward if he isn't afraid of anything.
Come back here. Francesca, damn you, come back here. Say that again, you smart-mouthed little bitch.
Vito!
Just wait till I get my hands on you.
That's enough, Vito. Don't compromise yourself.
What have you got in there, Tano?
The fruit of a year's work.
A little wheat, some wine, olive oil. The fruit of a year's work, huh? Keeping all your eggs in one basket is risky. You should be careful. Good luck, Tino.
It's obvious, isn't it? He made it pretty damn clear to us. How can I fight that, huh? Guard it night and day on the off chance they'll come to burn the place down? Now suppose I go to work. Who'll watch the barn then? Who? And if I watch the barn, who brings the bread home? Francesca, you've got to take that statement back, you hear? For once, you're going to do what I say. It was you that brought him into the house, and it's up to you to get him off my back. Didn't I warn you?
I will not do what he wants.
No. God damn it, I ought to wring your neck.
No, Tano.
You've been grateful little.
You're gutless, otherwise you wouldn't do what he wants either.
From now on, you'll just tolerate it here until you can give me some respect. Now get out of here and get out of my sight. You're not my daughter.
You shouldn't have said that, Tano.
I didn't mean it. Don't worry. She'll come around eventually. Let's go home.
I thought you'd forgotten all about me.
Boy, Domani, why the hell is it? You're always complaining.
When you hear a dog barking, you don't kick it. And you don't shout at it. You get it something to eat. I want to go home. You know I'm a very sick man.
This isn't the first time you've had to lay low, and Don Antonino has a lot of faith in you.
I complain too much. I admit that's true. But it's only because I have so
Sure
many
you
worries. A friend said that there's a possibility I could take my family to America. Why can't I go there?
Which friend?
Just a friend. Don't worry about it.
Has he been talking to anyone?
No, not while I've been on watch here. Maybe Alessio let him go into the village to buy some of that special medicine.
Well, you should have seen that he didn't. Get a move on. You're going to Trapani.
Why?
Because a week in one place is quite enough. Or they'll pick you up.
I get the funny feeling you guys are trying to get rid of me, huh?
That's not a bad idea now that you mention it.
Yeah, what would it matter if Poitamani got bumped? No one would care. In fact, it'd make a lot of people happy. Poitamani, you haven't got a hope. You're in the hands of your partners and your friends.
Has got a rope around your neck with a ticket to America on the end of it.
The Amanteers are moving in like locusts.
If our poet looks like he's gonna pull a double cross, we'll have to eliminate him.
But where? America?
Well, we can give him a ride in the right direction.
You can have this if you're hungry.
Both of them. She's talking to herself.
Give me some more sauce, will you? You know, this is the best sauce you ever made, dear. Paolo, give me some wine.
Sauce, wine, who gives a damn?
Thank you, Paolo. A little wine? Come on, eat. There's salami, or bread and cheese. It's all here. Come on, eat. Tell her to come in.
Francesca.
For the last time, will you drop the charges?
I won't drop them.
All right, then we may as well sign.
Listen, Francesca, Vito's lawyer came to see us. He wants me and your father to sign a paper that says we don't believe you were raped or anything.
It will completely destroy your testimony.
You have no right to do that.
As your parents, we have a right to do anything.
You really mean you go against me?
Francesca, some men give orders, and there are those men who follow orders. You scream and shout, but I have a family to defend. And damn it all, I'm doing it the best I can.
Wasn't this under your protection? And these, weren't they under your protection? If you're defending your family so hard, why don't you defend your daughter? Why must you always turn your back and look the other way?
Don't speak to your father like that!
Francesca, don't insult your father like that.
Well, he insulted me first.
I suppose they do set fire to the barn.
You don't care about me as long as the barn's all right.
Don't say that, Francesca.
I'm sorry, but it's true, Mother.
Oh, God, there's nothing left at all.
All that we owned. All that we owned, gone.
Where is she? Where is she? Where is that mad bitch? Do you hear me? Where are you, damn it?
I'm here, Father.
You're mad, completely crazy. A traitor to your own kind. You have ruined the family. Now who's gonna feed your mother? Who's gonna feed Paolo? How in the hell are we gonna survive? How? How? How?
Get a job on somebody else's land. Go and work on a building site. Now that I'm no longer a virgin, I can work too. I can make 30,000 lira a day on the streets. Do anything, anything. Just stop being a poor coward. Now that we've got nothing left, we've nothing to lose. Vito can no longer do a damn thing to us. Now you can tell the truth to the lieutenant.
You don't exist anymore. You're no longer one of the family here. Get out of this area and stay away from it. From the day my daughter's dead.
She set a light to everything? Yeah. Her? Yeah.
When was the last time you saw her?
But damn it!
See you later, Vito.
What the hell made her destroy everything her family relies upon? She gotta have a reason.
Excuse me, can I get through here?
What made her do it?
Probably because her parents won't back up the charge.
How are they managing?
A rough time of it. They had to send the boy off to work in a mine. And Francesca is working in a construction canteen.
Where?
Last I heard, they were situated on the Palermo Road, not far from here. Site number 23.
My God, that's asking for trouble.
What's the matter? You think all those men up there are going to take advantage of her? Don't worry, she can look after herself. Listen, Vito, put away your pride. Do what your heart wants to do. Go out there and find her, and ask her to forgive you. Put a stop to this business. All right, there's really very little she can do to hurt you. But with a girl like that, I'd be wary. I've always got an ace to play.
I'd rather kiss my worst enemy. And don't worry, huh?
There she is. No problem at all.
Francesca, I know that you don't know us, but we know you and we'd like to talk to you.
Get in. Come on, there's no need to be afraid. Nobody here's gonna hurt you. Our name isn't Vito Yubara.
Francesca, you're thinking, what do these men want? What have I got to do with them or them with me? Nothing, you tell yourself. But in fact, you are wrong. We have one particular thing in common. We have both been vilely treated by the same certain person. Up until a couple of weeks ago, you were well-liked, respected, sought after. And now your life has been ruined. And he's laughing and getting richer. And the way he treated us is just too awful to tell you.
He'll pay, though.
As you found out, there's no point in asking the law to take care of these things. We must do it ourselves. The problem is, he won't come to talk with us of his own volition. And we must talk to him face to face. We want to talk about your case. There's a possibility that we can find an answer to it all. Because we sympathize with you for the way you've been treated. And we'd like to see you back with your family.
We're in the same boat. I've got a daughter who's 15. He's got one as well. That's why we sympathize with you. Vito Uvara's treated you badly, and he should be punished.
But how can I help you?
I'll tell you. Tomorrow is Sunday. Ask him to take you down to the beach in the morning. The cabins will be closed, but the beach is beautiful and deserted, and I'm sure he'll go there with you.
Nothing more?
No, as soon as you're down there, make some excuse to leave him and walk up behind the seawall. You'll find our friend there with his motorcycle, and he'll take you back home. It's as simple as that.
And after that, you'll be a happy girl again.
People will once more respect and like you.
What are you going to do to Vito?
Convince him.
Tell him he should change.
We can be very convincing.
We want to scare him a little. It'll make him treat you better afterwards. Well now, Francesca, what do you say?
If you see his car tomorrow on the road to the beach, then you know I talked to him.
She'll talk to him, don't worry.
Supposing I saved your life. If I were to save your life,
What are you trying to say?
if I save your life, will you do what I tell you to do?
What do I have to do?
Your life hasn't been saved yet. You're still in grave danger. What about it, Vito?
Blackmail, huh?
No, a threat.
Who's threatening?
I'll explain afterwards. What's your answer?
How will you save my life, huh?
By telling you not to go where we're going.
Why shouldn't I go where we're supposed to go?
I'll tell you after. Promise first.
Could be you've been lying.
Yes or no?
It's amazing I didn't realize it before. We've all been under an illusion. Your mother and father. My friends. Clelia, the police. Me, everyone. Taken in. We imagined you were something you're not. And now the illusion is no longer there for me. You're a 16-year-old. And we've been treating you as if you were 30. That was wrong. You're 16.
Give
Only
me your
16.
answer. Yes or no?
16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16.
14.
14. You play with dolls. I'll give you this if you give me that.
Yes or no?
You fooled literally everybody, didn't you? Even the Amantillas.
How'd you find out?
By asking my imagination. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? And my answer's no. No if you've been lying because you lied. And still no if you haven't been lying because no one will get me with my back to the wall. Nobody, especially not you. So don't get the idea I'm grateful to you. You can wait here and catch the bus home. Poi domani. Why aren't you in Trapani?
I couldn't. stand staying shut up any longer.
And what are you doing here?
I was meeting a friend. He says he found some way for me and the family to get to America.
And you're waiting for him with a gun? That's a pretty expensive ticket. Too expensive. So Don Antonino knows everything.
Mm-hmm.
What did he have to say?
Nothing.
Not even about me?
No.
Mad at me, huh?
Vito, in 3 months you've managed to get into a lot of trouble. Extricate yourself, otherwise Don Antonino will stay mad at you.
Vito Uvara. You can come in now. Alone.
Be careful.
Boy Domani died of a heart attack, which is fortunate for you.
He's the fortunate one. He died quickly with no pain.
Things have been going well for you, haven't they? Too well. Sergeant.
Well, what have you got cooked up in your head this time?
What's your idea of justice, huh? You ever thought about it?
You talk of justice. You who squeal to the police. You've got me right to the jail gates. But you're not gonna push me inside.
I'll retract the charge if you'll admit what you've done.
I will not marry you with conditions.
You misunderstood. I didn't say I'd marry you. But if you'll admit it, what you did to me and to my family, then the love I had for you could come back. At least I'd respect you again, Vito.
You retract your accusation, and then I'll respect you.
But you're wrong, Vito. You'd simply think it was because I was afraid of you, and you won't respect me. Or because I had to, and you won't respect me. Or maybe you think I was agreeing with you and that you were right, and then you respect me even less.
What's the alternative?
Walk around in the streets and admit your guilt to the whole world. Tell them you were wrong and that you repented and changed. And pay for the goat that was killed. It's reasonable. Not the storehouse. I burnt that down.
This is something you thought up with the lieutenant, isn't it?
No.
Could be I'm an idiot. You think so. But I'm damn well not that big an idiot.
Then you refuse to do what I ask you. Vito.
As you didn't get anywhere talking, we'll proceed in the regular way. Let's hear your version, Uvara.
The kidnapping was her idea. Not that her parents were against her marrying me. I'm rich and she's poor. But she didn't want to wait. She wanted to push things. She wanted to make me marry her.
So, in fact, you arranged the kidnapping and put on a one-act play. Which means that you wanted to marry her. Then what?
I thought about it and told her I wouldn't marry her. She sued me out of spite, that's all.
What changed your mind, huh?
It's a pity to mention it. I prefer not to hurt her. She's so young. But what can I do now? I'm being forced to talk. And I have to tell you. And I'm sorry. She was not a virgin. She's had other lovers before me. Ask Pio about it. He saw her going with men in the fields quite a few times. This a couple of years ago, when he lived opposite her house.
Is this true?
You know, I confess I was ready and willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. But her attitude of superiority began to bug me in the end. Her killing the goat capped it. She fixed it so as to make me look really poisonous. She's a liar, let's face it.
You planned this with somebody, didn't you? Did your lawyer tell you to say those terrible things?
I'll swear to all of it in court because everything I said's true.
Sign your statement then, Yuvara. You may go home now, but don't leave town. Understand? Francesca. Sit there. Things aren't going too well. Even your parents are against you. Everybody thinks that you're wrong.
Well, that could mean that I'm the one who's right.
Have you any idea what to expect? If you manage to bring Vito to trial, it'll be you against everyone. You'll have to get a lawyer, one who can't be intimidated or scared. You'll do nothing but talk to magistrates for months. You'll have to do a lot of unpleasant things. For example, you'll be requested to undergo a medical examination. Yes, they must ascertain whether you were a virgin or not. It'll be in all the newspapers, and everyone will talk about it. You decide you want to back out, Francesca. Tell me now. All right, then. I'll go ahead with it.
Here she comes.
You've been telling lies about my son. Haven't you got any heart? Marlowe has always been a good boy.
We ought to ring her neck. I rely on my son to bring food into the house. Now what'll I do?
Did you hear? Leave me alone.
Oh, no. Come on.
Where are we going? Take her out. Let's take her shower. Yeah. Let's move on. Oh, hurry up. Come on. Let's get it down. You can't get away with it. You can't get away with it.
What's going on, ladies? That girl. Bring her here. Bring her here to me. I'll talk to her. All right, ladies. That's enough. I'll take care of it. That's enough. All of you outside and stay out, please. Come. Shoo! Shoo! And, well, marriage redeems sin.
What sin have I committed, Father?
Why, that of carnal pleasure, the pleasures of the flesh. Yes or no? You know what I mean. Did you participate willingly and with pleasure? Go away. Yes or no? Is there something wrong with you? I'm sorry. I can see that you're telling the truth. Good. Francesca...
Cimarosa.
Francesca Cimarosa. Now you know that the purpose of sexual union is not pleasure, but to make... Come on. But to make...
Children?
But to make children, that's right, good. Now go and get ready for your marriage.
No. I don't want to marry. Not Vito, anyway.
I can't hear a word you're saying. Speak up.
Why should I marry a man whom I don't even particularly like too well?
You don't have to like him to get married. Where's your common sense? A wife should submit. not participate.
My mother doesn't submit, and she's very happy.
What right has she to happiness? We're not on earth to be happy, Francesca. This is what happens when the uneducated like you have children and you all sleep together in the same room. The least you could do is send them outside when you feel you cannot control your base urges. Send them outside!
Dirty little liar.
I don't blame her for making those charges. She's right.
What did you say? Oh,
What's going on?
Oh, what on earth have they done?
She said that Francesca was right to do what she's doing.
This should have been my blood and could so easily have been mine. And I've got a father and a mother who wouldn't lift a finger to do anything about it.
I'm a miserable coward. Did you hear what I said? I said I'm a miserable, dirty, no-good coward. Just a miserable coward, I'm.
You could change that if you wanted to.
Francesca, I'm finished being a coward.
Don't tell Uvara that we used these on Don Antonino Stella. He might give him a swollen head, Sergeant. Well, you see how easy it was, Mr. Cimarosa?
Maybe it was for you.
How many? 2 more days? Wonderful. We'll really have to celebrate. Thank you. Goodbye. Vito. Vito. Don Antonino and the others have been found completely innocent. They'll be back in 2 days. All of them innocent. It's a miracle. Vito. What's the matter? Don't worry about a thing. Don Antonino will take care of everything, including Francesca.
Vito! Vito! The police are coming here. They're coming to arrest us. Listen, I've got the car outside. Let's get out of here. They won't catch us.
Vito, what do you think we ought to do? I intend to stay and meet the lieutenant when he arrives.
That Francesca's a dirty bitch whore.
They couldn't do it, the Amantillas. Neither could the Carabinieri. But Francesca did it. One innocent girl did it. And pack my things, will you? I'm going away for a while.
Vito.
Vito Uvara?
Why isn't the lieutenant here?
The lieutenant had more important things to do. Let's go.
They bring them in now.
My guess, he'll get 20 years.
That long?
There she is.
What are you crying about? What's the matter?